Being a woodworking kind of a guy myself, I like watching YouTube. So, here is a couple of great channels I like to watch. Welcome to Tube Tour. First channel we have today is Blacktail Studios. Like I said, I have always loved doing woodworking, but I have never really cared to watch other people do it. But one night at 4 in the morning I was scrolling YouTube and I came across this video. This is Blacktail Studios, run by Cam Anderson, and if you like woodworking videos that feel calm, real and funny, this could be for you. Cam started out woodworking as a hobby, just documenting what he was building, or like he writes in his bio.
I'm Cam, the owner of Blacktail Studio. I started woodworking in 2016 as a hobby. Eventually, I realized my hobby was expensive, so I tried selling some items to sustain it. Then I thought I might be able to help find customers if I made a video or two on the process. So in 2018, I launched my YouTube channel. This led to that, and in 2020, I quit my job to do this woodworking YouTuber thing full-time. Best decision I ever made though. I hope you enjoy following along.
The channel really took off around 2018, and instead of chasing viral videos, it grew slowly and consistently over the years. What I really like about this channel is that Cam shows the entire process, not just the perfect ending. You see mistakes, fixes and decisions along the way, often asking his cameraman for an opinion. This is the kind of a channel I like to watch when I'm tired, hungover and hoping that one day I'll also own a workshop or could do woodworking like him, then going into my garage, start on a project, and as soon as I made a mistake deciding I don't really have the patience for this, and then stopping the project. I think you should watch Blacktail Studios if you find woodworking interesting, or just for the funny thought process that goes into a large project that Cam makes. Also, if you want ideas for your project. Alright, let's move to the next channel. Some woodworking channels are about big builds, and then there are channels that feel like a woodworking class in a very calm garage. This is the Wood Whisperer, run by
Mark Spagnuolo.
When woodworking videos were mostly filmed with one camera and I was still watching cartoons. I do still watch cartoons, so that doesn't really narrow it down. Mark started making videos back in 2006, and from the beginning this channel has been about teaching, not showing off but explaining why things are done a certain way. Over the years the Wood Whisperer has grown into one of the most respected woodworking channels on YouTube. Not because it's flashy, but because it's incredibly solid. The content focused on woodworking fundamentals, techniques, tools and projects that actually make you better in the shop. I watched this channel after my fiance yells at me for the unfinished project in the garage, so I have to lock myself in here with the problem. The woodworking problem. Mark explains things clearly, calmly and without rushing. It feels less like a YouTube video and more like learning from someone who genuinely wants you to succeed. Like a father, I have heard. You should watch the Wood Whisperer if you enjoy woodworking that's thoughtful, educational and focused on long-term skills, not just quick results, or if you miss your dad. Alright, now for the last channel. Some woodworking channels make you feel inspired, some make you feel relaxed, and then there are channels that make you feel slightly better about your own mistakes. This is Bourbon Moth Woodworking, run by Jason Hibbs. What makes this channel stand out immediately is that it doesn't try to be perfect, and that's the kind of the point. Jason talks a lot about woodworking from a realistic point of view. what tools you actually need, what mistakes are normal, and why you don't need a massive shop or a perfect setup to get started. The channel has grown steadily over the years, mostly because it feels honest. There's a lot of here's what went wrong, and a lot of pretending that everything goes according to plan. The content focused on furniture builds, shop projects, and a lot of practical advice that applies to real garages, not just YouTube workshops. Look, projects take time. I watch this channel while doing the projects or while I need emotional support, cause my fiance won't give me the emotional support I need. She just yells at me. I know someday the project will finish. It's maybe not today or not tomorrow, but someday, and Jason has helped me understand that someday I can come back from this garage. Jason's style is relaxed, slightly sarcastic, and feels easy to listen to. It feels less like a tutorial and more like a conversation in the shop. You should watch Bourbon, Moth, Woodworking if you enjoy woodworking that's practical, honest, and doesn't make you feel bad for not owning every tool on the internet, or if you need a friend for the project. I hope this helped you find a new channel to watch. You can comment the channel you like to watch so I can review it. Thank you for joining the tour. Good night.